Yeah, it was a really good game. Knew it was going to be a tough game, even if Mashburn didn't play. Didn't find out about Tyrese until 20 minutes before the game that he wasn't going to go because he tried. But obviously, I thank God for this W, man, because it was a tough win. Happy for Dante Harris for stepping up into a starting spot that he didn't even know he was going to have until 20 minutes before the game. And just proud of everybody on the team for stepping together and holding it down for Tyrese while he was out.
Petty, two things in the back. Two things kind of on that note. What was the process with Tyrese, and do you worry about him missing games this week first?
Yeah, the process was, it started yesterday when we held him out of practice, and he was laboring a little bit more than he has all year because he's had this problem all year. And we've just been, blessed enough to have him play every game. And then when he came in this morning, Daryl had already texted me and said Tyrese's knee had swollen. I was like, man, and I know Tyrese is very tough. So when I got there, he just was shaking his head like, I'm going to try, but we'll see. And then before the game, he tried and just couldn't get it done. Felt like he was running in mud and couldn't get over the discomfort in his kneecap. And that was crazy.
This week, any worry with him?
Yeah, there are some concerns, when Dr. Phillips and those guys look at him to see where he is, if they want him to rest more. He didn't practice yesterday. He didn't play today. I don't think we play until Thursday. Thursday, so he has more days that he's not going to practice. So hopefully that'll calm the knee down, and he'll be ready for Thursday. If not, then we're going to have his back until he's ready.
And sorry, last thing for me. On that note, Dante, just the contribution he gave you and some of the offensive juice that maybe we hadn't seen so far this season. Just how would you sum up what he brought today?
Yeah, Dante, a lot of people don't know when he was at Georgetown, he won the most outstanding player of the Big East tournament when they had to win 5 games in 5 days. And he has that, in his game, but he's come and just tried to do whatever he needed to do for us. And today he showed that he can do what he needed to do, which was big time.
Coach, great win.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Can you explain to us, what did you say to your team to get them going for the second half after a rocky first half?
Yeah, well, the best thing that we have the best video crew, in the country. Halftime, we watched live plays of what we marked in the first half. So the guys are actually seeing it in real time, right? Looking at it live, what we just had happen to us. And we'll watch 7 or 8 plays. We make the proper adjustments and just told them to just kind of start moving the ball more. Kind of got a little stagnant in the first half, started moving the ball more, and then we had to get some stops. We had to switch up defenses a little bit more in the second half than we did in the first half, and it worked.
Yes, sir. Now, you guys are 20-4 right now. How does this team compare to others with the new transfer portal rule that's going on?
I don't think it compares to any because even though we were in the transfer portal, these guys feel like, to me, and act like they've been together 2 or 3 years because of the relationship with Tyrese Hunter, P.J. Haggerty, and Kobe Rogers, P.J. Carter, and Barack Okoje. Those guys are so close that everybody else just kind of marries into that, and it's different than any team that I've ever had because they really have each other's back.
Coach, coming into this game, obviously they beat you guys last time. Was that more motivation? Do you talk to the team about that coming into this game?
Yeah, for me, it didn't take a lot of conversation because they did a great job of out scrapping us and out hustling us at Temple, and we just couldn't allow it today. That's a new day and time. Back when we played, if a team beat us early, we came out with all kind of energy. We're just kind of this, we'll figure it out, get the tempo that we need, and then make plays, and that's how we win games, and I'm okay with that as well. But the guys were definitely aware of that this was a revenge game and that we needed to, bounce back.
Going back to Hunter, how much did you have in your mind the possibility that it could flare up when you were debating on bringing in Harris or bringing in, a point guard? And then how much did you talk with Harris about, hey, we might just need you for spot minutes, or we could really need you down the stretch if something happens?
Yeah, none of this happened. Actually, I didn't see this coming until 20 minutes before the game because Tyrese has played all year. He hasn't come close one time to not playing. So for today, for it to happen like that, something obviously was wrong. And I pulled Dante into my office right before the game. It was like, hey, I'm going to start you, and just go out there and be who you are, and just gave him that confidence.
Did it bother him for some practices back in November, though, a little bit?
It bothered him usually after games. The day after the game, we wouldn't let him do any running. We just sit him out, and he'd get over there and get treatment. He'd sit over there and get treatment, and it would never really, flare up to the point to where it did today. And I don't know. We don't know why it flared up today.
Hey, Coach, I know you're not worried about it now because this is your 20th win. in your career? And I know you don't think about, you worried about the big picture, but what do it mean to get a 20-year again for you as a coach?
Man, I don't take that for granted because that's kind of like the milestone for most coaches, especially with the schedules that we play. We play hard non-conference schedules, and to get 20 wins every year is pretty special, man. I definitely don't take that for granted. So I'm going to enjoy winning 20 again. This team is a special team.
PJ and Dane were pretty blunt when I asked them about this game on Wednesday. Just nothing but the get back basically was all that was on their minds there. How did the team overall just react in the locker room after it was over and they gotten their get back? Was there any sort of real celebration there, or was it just?
I don't know if it was a real celebration. I think it was more of a proud moment from everybody. Like, we did what we had to do to get this win. None of us knew that Tyrese wasn't going to play, so obviously we get the win. We're happy that we got a win without him and that we got the 20 wins and that we're pushing forward in the direction of where we want to go. And but the guys were definitely proud of the win.
Speaking on Tyrese, the turnovers kind of flared up again in his absence in the first half with 11 there. How much are you going to harp on them for that as opposed to just kind of marking that down as, losing the starting point guard 20 minutes before tip? That may be just hard to adjust to.
Well, for us, we try to do too much one-on-one. And when we try to do too much one-on-one, we start trying to make it up. That's when we turn the ball over. When we run offense, we know where our options are. Everything is simple. So in the second half, we did better with running our offense.
PJ hit the moon ball, put you guys up 15, a couple minutes left, and then maybe a little more interesting than you would have wanted. Just kind of thoughts on how you guys closed the game?
Yeah, no, he's just phenomenal on how he makes those shots. It's weird how he does it. It's his thing. He's made it enough for me to be a believer now, not that it's luck that he does it all the time. And he did it last year in Tulsa as well, so it's crazy how he does that. But it's it's weird watching, but at the end of the games, we're not finishing them the way that I really want. I want to. I mean, a win is a win. But when you're up 12, 13, 14, you want to get it to 20. And all year long, we've allowed that lead to diminish and get down to almost making it a game with seconds to go. And we just have to do better.
Back to Harris for a second, if you would. What was the conversation with him in terms of what your expectations for him might be in terms of usage, how much or how little when you were trying to get him to come?
He just knew he was going to. You mean to come to the recruiting pitch, or
yeah, like just
or today?
No. When he came mid-season, like did you tell him, hey, we might use you a little, we might end up using you a lot, or did you sell him a role, if you will?
Yeah, it was more of a role. It was more of a role because we had already had a bunch of wins without him, and the guys have already done a phenomenal job. We knew that his talent could help us, and it showed today. Shows every game, but it really showed today how valuable he really is. And we just said, hey, we're already winning. Come in, be a part of a good team that's winning, get into the flow, and then just keep doing the things that you need to do to be a good teammate, and that's what he's done. Thank you.